It's time to turn the van toward home. We've spent the last weeks of summer finding new places among our familiar favorites. We've ridden new bike trails, expanded our knowledge of California history, and marveled at the beauty all around us. And we continue to enjoy our travels even when we're sick.
Here's a question for the ages. Is it better to be sick in a van or sick at home? I think I'd rather be sick in a van. You're kind of just stuck to, you have to relax. You got everything within reach. We went through a whole bag of Kleenex.
In 2 hours.
And I've decided the thing that'll make us feel better is to wear bright colors. Except you can't wear these mismatched things, John. So we came up here to lava beds because it was going to be warm. It was getting cold in the Sierras. And then it got down to the high 30s last night. And it's going to get even colder tonight. But we are heading off to a museum that John found. It's called Fort... It's called what? Fort Crook. He's down there cueing me while I try to put on my pants.
She's conquered pants.
Okay, Fort Crook. It's supposed to be pretty cool.
Is this thing working? Here's my impersonation of every horse in a Remington painting.
Since the museum doesn't open until noon, we don't have to leave here before 10. So I'm gonna heat up the van with some scones. And I know this is very unconventional, but I just plop them in there. It's kind of more of a scone bread or something. I think it's ready. John put syrup on it. Uh-oh. Emergency. We're out of whipped cream. Route 49, Medicine Lake, 15 miles. That's about where we hit the other road. Hidden Valley, 2.6. Well, we'll find out how much dirt there is. I've already hit some gravel, but this is good gravel.
Good gravel.
Nothing wrong with this road. There is a 500-mile road trip. It's called the Volcanic Legacy Scenic Highway. And it starts at Mount Lassen National Park, and it goes through lava beds and then on to Crater Lake. I don't know the order, but anyway, we're going to take this section, it's dirt right now, from lava beds down to Highway 49, State Route 49, and that'll take us on to the out of the museum.
The Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway is designated as one of 42 All-American roads. That means that it meets the criteria for at least 2 intrinsic qualities and has one-of-a-kind features that don't exist anywhere else.
We're gonna go check out the crater here. The Mammoth Crater is what it's called, but it's cold. To grab a jacket. Charred trees are really pretty, but wow. Perfect name, Big Nasty Trail.
More than any other volcanic vent in the park, Mammoth Crater has had the highest impact on the monument. 70% of the lava came from this one vent. The flow created braided lava streams up to 10 miles long, and they formed most of the lava tubes along Cave Loop Road.
We have a lot more exploring to do when we come back. We'll have to come back with our new van. So we're just about to enter the Modoc National Forest. So if for some reason the campground were full, you could come out here. This is only like 2 miles.
You could spend a week enjoying this 500-mile road trip from Crater Lake National Park to Lassen Volcanic National Park. Lava Beds is just one of the many wonderful places to visit along the way. I'll include a link in the description box to a great guide for the entire route.
Wow. A lot of wood stacked up over there. I wonder if anybody's using that for anything. Yeah, somebody must be doing something with it. Maybe just making pellets for pellet stoves. This forest was way too thick. What's that say? What does that sign say? Doorknob Snowmobile Park. Oh. Come back here for winter sports, and there's a restroom. And this is where it starts paving again. Lake Road turnouts. That's nice. So we did about, let's say, 10 miles on dirt or on gravel. There we go, Modoc Volcanic Scenic Byway. This is it. Wow, this is part of the Scenic Byway. Looks like obsidian, sort of. No. Maybe. Huh. Wow.
You catch glimpses of the Glass Mountain obsidian flow as you drive along this route. It's hard to imagine that it was formed from an eruption only 950 years ago.
It's just like that area up by Mammoth. Yeah. Interesting. Here we are at Fort Crook Museum. It is open May 1st to October 31st, Tuesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. Story of this building.
So this building was actually built back in the early 1960s and was actually designed kind of like that round barn that you guys saw when you first drove in. The land itself was donated by a woman named Jo Bosworth, who was kind of featured over there in the corner, and she was actually a pioneer, her and her husband here. And she really wanted to preserve the area and the history, so she donated this land. So we built this museum. This was the first building that was here. The first item we had was that big dugout canoe that you see up on that second floor there. The museum was kind of built around it. We couldn't get it out at this point, even if we wanted to.
Oh, wow.
And the whole building, like I said, is designed like that round barn out there, which that barn came from Beaver Creek Ranch originally, which is a small area around here, and then was brought here in 2006. We rebuilt it. So Fort Crook itself is actually located out near Soldier Mountain, and there's even a plaque out there that talks about it. And then the fellow over there, that's that picture right there, that's General Crook. When he was here, he was actually a lieutenant. Fort Crook was started here to protect the settlers from the natives who were not happy. Fall River Mills was our founder of the town. His name was William Winter. He was kind of more of a businessman than a rancher, unlike a lot of the other folks that moved into this area. And he had the first mill in the area, the first wheat mill in the area.
Wheat mill. I was thinking sawmill.
Oh, yeah, sawmills too. PG&E moved in the early 1900s and bought out all of the other power companies in the area and then established themselves. And that Pitt River powerhouse that you see when you drive up 299 was built back in the early 1920s.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'll go check out them.
This one continues in eruption.
Wow.
1914.
Check out the view. It's cool too.
I like small town museums. I know they aren't for everyone, but I'm grateful that John likes them too. They keep the record of the lives of ancestors we didn't know and the culture of their time. They're the visible connection to our parents and grandparents.
This was built a year after my grandmother was born.
They preserve the human stories that can help us better understand ourselves. And we especially love meeting the people who keep the doors open and the information flowing.
This buggy was stored in a barn and is in original condition. I could only fit one log on that truck. Have to check out the jail. Okay, here's the last building. This is the Fort Crook cabin. Oh, man, that looks like a very uncomfortable bed. Are in the area, it's definitely worth a stop. And it's free. Is that all of them? You got that bad paint. You can see the pink stuff. One-way road, do not enter, go straight. There's a spot. There's a spot. Oh, there's a couple RVs. What's that? At Lothman Campground, south of Susanville, and it's free because they don't have any services. It's kind of a weird campground. You can see there's the portable. Well, it's not even portable. It's a vault toilet. The sites there are only 6 sites, and they're mostly for tenters. There are a few I think there are 3 that are pretty level. We're not even really parked in a campsite. We just parked next to the toilet because there wasn't any other level place to park. So, we're off. We'll have breakfast down the road. But it was free. It's not even marked very well. We went right by it when we first drove in. And we had 3 bars of Verizon. So we could stream. Is that, what lake is that? Honey Lake? Is that Honey Lake?
Honey Lake.
Yeah.
We still have 600 miles to home, but we'll break it up and cover 400 miles, spending the night at Fossil Falls Campground.
The nice temperature here at Fossil Falls, but the roads are in rough shape from the tropical storm, what, a month ago? 2 months ago? So, home tomorrow.
It was another perfect month on the road. Thanks for coming along with us.